Question 1. Which of the following actions is considered an unfair claims settlement practice under Maine's Insurance Code? A. Selling claims based on reasonable interpretation of the policy terms. B. Denying claim without providing written explanation for the denial. C. Providing clear documentation to policyholders about claim eligibility. D. Adjusting claims in accordance with the insured's policy limits. Answer: B. Denying a claim without providing a written explanation for the denial. Explanation: under Maine's Insurance Code, particularly Title 24, unfair claims settlement practices are prohibited. One such practice is denying a claim without providing a written explanation, as this violates the duty of transparency and fairness that insurers owe to their policyholders. Insurers are required to provide detailed explanations when claims are denied, including the specific reasons for denial based on the policy terms, ensuring that the insured understands the decision. Failing to provide such information is considered unfair and could lead to regulatory penalties. In contrast, the other options describe practices that align with regulatory expectations in claims handling. Question 2. In the underwriting process, which of the following is most likely to lead to a higher premium for an individual seeking life insurance? A. The applicant's age is within the policy's eligible range. B. The applicant has history of hazardous occupations or hobbies. C. The applicant has high credit score. D. The applicant has never filed claim on their existing life insurance policy. Answer: B. The applicant has a history of hazardous occupations or hobbies. Explanation: in underwriting, insurers assess the risk presented by an applicant to determine an appropriate premium. If an applicant has a history of engaging in hazardous occupations or hobbies such as skydiving, rock climbing, or deep-sea diving, this represents a higher risk of injury or death, and insurers will generally charge a higher premium to compensate for that increased risk. In contrast, a high credit score, option C, is usually an indicator of financial responsibility and might lower premiums, while the other options and D would not increase the risk for life insurers. Question 3, scenario question. Mr. Thompson is a policyholder with a homeowner's insurance policy in Maine. He recently discovered that his home sustained significant water damage due to a burst pipe. After reporting the damage, he receives a denial of his claim from the insurance company, stating that water damage is excluded under his policy. Mr. Thompson believes that the exclusion clause was not clearly stated in the policy and feels that the insurance company is treating him unfairly. What should Mr. Thompson do next? A. He should accept the denial without question, as water damage is commonly excluded in homeowners' policies. B. He should review his policy carefully and, if necessary, file an appeal with the Maine Bureau of Insurance, as the exclusion clause might not have been properly disclosed. C. He should submit a claim to the Maine Bureau of Insurance, regardless of the policy details, to have the damage pay out. D. He should immediately purchase a new insurance policy with another provider, ignoring the claim denial. Correct answer: B. He should review his policy carefully and, if necessary, file an appeal with the Maine Bureau of Insurance, as the exclusion clause might not have been properly disclosed. Explanation: when a policyholder feels that an exclusion clause has not been adequately disclosed, they have the right to challenge the insurer's decision. In this case, Mr. Thompson should first carefully review the terms of his homeowner's insurance policy to check if the water damage exclusion is clearly stated. If the exclusion is ambiguous or improperly disclosed, Mr. Thompson can file an appeal with the Maine Bureau of Insurance. The Bureau can investigate whether the insurer complied with transparency and fairness requirements as outlined in the Maine Insurance Code. Simply accepting the denial, option A, or purchasing a new policy without addressing the issue, options C and D, would not resolve the underlying concerns regarding the potential misapplication of the policy terms. Question 4. Which of the following is a primary responsibility of the Maine Bureau of Insurance? A. Setting life insurance policy premiums for all insurers operating in Maine. B. Enforcing regulations to ensure consumer protection and financial solvency of insurance companies. C. Providing legal representation for consumers in insurance disputes. D. Approving individual insurance claims on behalf of policyholders. Answer: B. Enforcing regulations to ensure consumer protection and financial solvency of insurance companies. Explanation: the Maine Bureau of Insurance is responsible for enforcing the state's insurance laws and regulations. This includes overseeing the financial solvency of insurers to ensure they can meet their obligations to policyholders and protecting consumers from unfair practices. While it does not set specific premiums for insurance policies, option A, or provide legal representation for consumers, option C, the Bureau ensures that insurers operate within legal and ethical boundaries, which supports fair treatment for policyholders. Question 5. Which of the following is considered avoidable contract in insurance law? A. Contract that includes illegal clauses. B. Contract formed under duress. C. Contract signed by a minor without parental consent. D. Contract where both parties have mutually agreed on the terms and conditions. Answer: B. A contract formed under duress. Explanation: avoidable contract is one that is initially valid, but one party has the right to void it under certain circumstances. Contracts formed under duress, option B, where one party is forced into agreement under threats or coercion, are voidable. The party subjected to duress can choose to void the contract once they are no longer under pressure. A contract involving illegal clauses, option A, is void from the start, not voidable. Similarly, a contract signed by a minor without consent, option C, may be voidable depending on the jurisdiction, but duress remains the best example of avoidable contract in this context. Question 6. Scenario question. Samantha, a licensed insurance agent, has recently been approached by a friend who is interested in purchasing life insurance. After discussing the different policy options, Samantha offers to provide a discounted premium rate if the friend purchases the policy through her. What should Samantha do in this situation to comply with Maine's insurance regulations? A. Samantha should accept the offer since it's friendly gesture and not considered an illegal practice. B. Samantha should advise her friend that offering discounts as incentives is prohibited under Maine's insurance laws unless it's in line with approved programs. C. Samantha should immediately inform the Maine Bureau of Insurance and request permission before offering the discount. D. Samantha can offer the discount without any further action, as it's common practice in the insurance industry. Answer: B. Samantha should advise her friend that offering discounts as incentives is prohibited under Maine's insurance laws unless it's in line with approved programs. Explanation: under Maine's insurance regulations, offering discounts or rebates as incentives outside of approved and lawful programs is considered violation of the law. Insurance professionals are prohibited from offering incentives like premium discounts unless they are part of sanctioned program or promotion. Samantha should inform her friend that providing discounts as personal incentive could lead to penalties or loss of her insurance license. Offering discounts without following proper legal channels, options, and D could be considered an unfair trade practice, and simply notifying the Bureau, option C, is not necessary unless the action directly violates Maine law. Question 7. Which of the following would most likely be considered an unfair claim settlement practice under Maine's insurance code? A. The insurer provides clear explanation for denying claim based on policy terms. B. The insurer fails to promptly acknowledge receipt of claim. C. The insurer offers settlement to the policyholder that is below the policy limits without justification. D. The insurer settles claim based on reasonable assessment of the damage. Question 8. What is the purpose of the National Association of Insurance Commissioners (NAIC) in regulating the insurance industry? A. To oversee individual insurance claims and settlements across all states. B. To set premium rates for health insurance policies sold nationwide. C. To create model laws and regulations that guide state insurance departments. D. To directly regulate and oversee the financial performance of all insurance companies. Answer: C. To create model laws and regulations that guide state insurance departments. Explanation: the NAIC is a standard-setting organization that assists state insurance departments by creating model laws and regulations to guide the insurance industry. These model laws are intended to help ensure consistency and best practices across states, but individual states are responsible for their own insurance regulation and enforcement. While the NAIC plays a significant role in providing guidance, it does not directly regulate claims, set specific premium rates, option B, or oversee the financial performance of individual insurance companies, option D. Question 9. Which of the following is true regarding the use of credit in underwriting and rating insurance policies in Maine? A. Insurers must ignore credit scores when assessing risk for individual policies. B. Insurers can only use credit scores if the policyholder provides consent. C. Insurers must disclose the use of credit scores to policyholders and must not use them as the sole determinant for underwriting decisions. D. Insurers can use credit scores as the sole factor in determining the premium rate for personal lines of insurance. Answer: C. Insurers must disclose the use of credit scores to policyholders and must not use them as the sole determinant for underwriting decisions. Explanation: in Maine, insurers are allowed to use credit scores as one of the factors in underwriting and rating personal lines of insurance, but they must disclose this practice to policyholders. Additionally, credit scores cannot be the sole determining factor for underwriting decisions. This is in line with the Maine Insurance Code and regulations, which require transparency and fairness in the use of credit. Ignoring credit scores (Option A) or requiring consent (Option B) are not requirements under Maine law. Credit cannot be used as the only factor (Option D), as other underwriting criteria must also be considered. Question 10. What is the purpose of Maine's Consumer Protection Act in the context of the insurance industry? A. To ensure that only financially stable insurers operate in Maine. B. To provide framework for resolving insurance disputes without litigation. C. To protect policyholders from deceptive, fraudulent, and unfair business practices. D. To regulate the commission structures for insurance agents and brokers. Answer: C. To protect policyholders from deceptive, fraudulent, and unfair business practices. Explanation: Maine's Consumer Protection Act is designed to safeguard consumers, including insurance policyholders, from unfair, deceptive, and fraudulent practices by insurance companies and agents. This law gives the Maine Bureau of Insurance authority to take action against insurers that engage in deceptive or unethical practices, while ensuring financial stability (Option A) and resolving disputes (Option B) are important. They are not the direct focus of the Consumer Protection Act. The law does not regulate commission structures (Option D), but instead focuses on consumer rights and fairness in insurance transactions. Question 11. In Maine, which of the following would be considered an unfair discrimination practice in the sale of insurance? A. Charging a higher premium to a younger driver compared to an older driver with similar driving records. B. Denying coverage to a policyholder based on their credit history. C. Offering a low premium to customers who have a history of no claims. D. Offering the same premium rates to all policyholders regardless of age, gender, or risk. Answer: B. Denying coverage to a policyholder based on their credit history. Explanation: in Maine, it is considered unfair discrimination to deny coverage based solely on a policyholder's credit history, unless the credit score is used in transparent manner in accordance with state laws. Charging different rates based on age or driving records (Options) and C is generally allowed if the differences are based on risk factors. Offering the same premiums to all policyholders (Option D) may not be practical as risk-based pricing is allowed. Question 12. Under Maine law, which of the following is true regarding the regulation of insurance agents? A. Insurance agents can sell any type of insurance policy as long as they are licensed. B. Insurance agents must obtain prior approval from the Maine Bureau of Insurance before selling policies. C. Insurance agents must complete continuing education to maintain their licenses. D. Insurance agents do not need to disclose commissions or fees to clients. Answer: C. Insurance agents must complete continuing education to maintain their licenses. Explanation: Maine requires insurance agents to complete continuing education as part of the process of maintaining their licenses. Agents must also be licensed for specific types of insurance but do not need prior approval to sell individual policies. It is important for agents to disclose commissions and fees (Option D) to ensure transparency and compliance with ethical standards. Question 13. Scenario question. John purchased a homeowner's policy in Maine, but he soon discovers that his insurance provider included clause that he never discussed with the agent. John wants to challenge the clause in court. What should John do first? A. Immediately file complaint with the Maine Bureau of Insurance. B. Consult with licensed attorney to review the policy and the legality of the clause. C. Contact the insurance company to ask for an explanation. D. Ignore the clause as it is legally binding one side. Answer: B. Consult with a licensed attorney to review the policy and the legality of the clause. Explanation: while filing a complaint with the Bureau (Option A) or contacting the insurer (Option C) might be options later. The first step is for John to consult with an attorney to review the policy. An attorney can help determine whether the clause is legal or enforceable. Ignoring the clause (Option D) is not advisable as it may lead to further complications. Question 14. Which of the following is required for an insurance policy to be legally enforceable in Maine? A. The policy must include a provision for the insurer to change the premium rates at any time. B. The policyholder must pay the premium in full within 30 days of signing the policy. C. The insurance company must include a free look period for policyholders to cancel within a certain number of days. D. The policy must be approved by a licensed insurance agent before it is issued. Answer C. The insurance company must include a free look period for policyholders to cancel within a certain number of days. Explanation: Maine requires insurance policies to include a free look period which allows policyholders to review the policy and cancel it without penalty within a set number of days, typically 10 days for life insurance and 20 days for health insurance. This provides consumer protection. The other options, A, B, and D, are not necessarily required for enforceability under Maine law. Question 15. Which of the following is not a factor that can be considered when determining an individual's insurance premium in Maine? A. Age of the insured person. B. Marital status of the insured person. C. Gender of the insured person. D. Medical history of the insured person. Answer C. Gender of the insured person. Explanation: in Maine, gender cannot be used as a factor in determining insurance premiums for personal lines of insurance, such as health or auto insurance, in accordance with anti-discrimination laws. Factors like age, marital status, and medical history can influence premium rates, especially in health insurance, but gender is prohibited as a rating factor under Maine's Fair Insurance Practices Act. Question 16. Which of the following is the duty of an insurance company when handling claims in Maine? A. The insurer must provide a claim settlement within 90 days of receiving the claim. B. The insurer must notify the claimant of their denial within 30 days of receiving the claim. C. The insurer must resolve all claims within 180 days of receiving the claim. D. The insurer must pay claims in full within 60 days of receiving the claim. Answer B. The insurer must notify the claimant of their denial within 30 days of receiving the claim. Explanation: under Maine law, an insurer is required to notify a claimant of the denial of a claim within 30 days of receiving the claim. While the insurer may take more time to resolve complex claims, they must adhere to certain timelines for communication. Settling a claim within 90 or 180 days options, and C, is not a specific requirement under Maine law, and insurers are not obligated to pay claims in full, option D, unless the claim is valid and covered by the policy. Question 17. Scenario question. Sarah, an insurance agent, is aware that one of her clients is engaging in fraudulent activities to obtain lower insurance premiums. What is Sarah's responsibility under Maine's insurance regulations? A. Sarah should inform the client that they must cease fraudulent activities. B. Sarah must report the fraudulent activities to the Maine Bureau of Insurance. C. Sarah can choose not to report the activities as they do not directly affect her. D. Sarah should help the client find legal way to lower their premiums. Answer B. Sarah must report the fraudulent activities to the Maine Bureau of Insurance. Explanation: under Maine's regulations, insurance agents have duty to report any suspected fraudulent activities related to insurance policies. Failure to report fraud can result in severe consequences, including penalties for the agent. Ignoring the activity, option C, or assisting the client in any illegal activities, option D, is not permissible. Question 18. Which of the following actions can lead to the suspension or revocation of an insurance agent's license in Maine? A. Selling insurance without a license for a short period. B. Failing to complete the required continuing education courses on time. C. Offering insurance policies with incorrect premium rates. D. Engaging in fraudulent or dishonest conduct. Answer D. Engaging in fraudulent or dishonest conduct. Explanation: fraudulent or dishonest conduct, option D, is a serious offense that can lead to the suspension or revocation of an insurance agent's license. Selling insurance without license, option A, or failing to complete continuing education, option B, may result in penalties or fines, but these offenses do not necessarily lead to license revocation unless they are recurring or severe. Offering incorrect premium rates, option C, may lead to disciplinary action, but it is not an automatic cause for revocation unless it involves fraud. Question 19. Under Maine law, which of the following is required for an insurer to cancel or non-renew an auto insurance policy? A. The insurer must provide at least 15 days notice to the policyholder. B. The insurer must provide valid reason for the cancellation or non-renewal. C. The insurer must refund the full premium amount to the policyholder. D. The insurer must get approval from the Maine Bureau of Insurance before cancelling or non-renewing the policy. Answer: B. The insurer must provide a valid reason for the cancellation or non-renewal. Explanation: under Maine law, insurers must provide a valid reason for cancelling or non-renewing an auto insurance policy. Additionally, they must give the policyholder at least 20 days notice for cancellations and 45 days for non-renewals. Refunds of premiums, option C, may be required, but the full amount may not always be refunded depending on the circumstances. The insurer does not need prior approval from the Bureau, option D, to cancel or non-renew policy, but they must follow specific legal procedures. Question 20. Which of the following types of insurance coverage is required by law for drivers in Maine? A. Comprehensive car insurance. B. Uninsured underinsured motorist coverage. C. Collision insurance. D. Personal injury protection (PIP). Answer: B. Uninsured underinsured motorist coverage. Explanation: Maine law requires drivers to carry uninsured underinsured motorist coverage, which protects drivers in the event of an accident with an uninsured or underinsured driver. While comprehensive collision and PIP insurance are all options, they are not mandatory by law in Maine. However, some drivers may choose to purchase these coverages for added protection. Question 21. Which of the following best describes the purpose of Maine's Guarantee Association in relation to insurance? A. To provide insurance for high-risk individuals who cannot obtain coverage from private insurers. B. To reimburse policyholders if their insurer becomes insolvent and cannot pay claims. C. To monitor premium rates and set the maximum allowable rates for different types of insurance. D. To regulate the marketing practices of insurance companies in Maine. Answer: B. To reimburse policyholders if their insurer becomes insolvent and cannot pay claims. Explanation: Maine's Guarantee Association is designed to protect policyholders in the event their insurance company becomes insolvent. It reimburses eligible policyholders for covered claims up to specified limits, ensuring that individuals do not lose coverage due to the financial failure of their insurer. Options A, C, and D do not accurately reflect the role of the Guarantee Association. Question 22. What is the minimum bond amount required for an insurance agent to operate legally in Maine? A. $1,000. B. $5,000. C. $10,000. D. $25,000. Answer: B. $5,000. Explanation: in Maine, insurance agents are required to obtain a minimum bond of $5,000 to legally operate in the state. This bond serves as a financial guarantee that the agent will comply with state regulations and fulfill their contractual obligations to clients. Question 23. Scenario question: Emma was involved in a minor accident in Maine and filed a claim with her insurance company. However, the insurer is taking longer than expected to process her claim. According to Maine law, what is the maximum time the insurance company has to provide a response regarding a claim? A. 30 days. B. 60 days. C. 90 days. D. 120 days. Answer: A. 30 days. Explanation: Maine law requires insurance companies to acknowledge receipt of a claim and provide an initial response within 30 days. If the claim is denied, the insurer must explain the reason for denial. Longer delays could result in penalties or administrative actions against the insurer. Question 24. Which of the following is a common requirement for obtaining a life insurance license in Maine? A. Completing a pre-licensing education program approved by the Maine Bureau of Insurance. B. Passing a national insurance exam and a Maine-specific ethics exam. C. Being employed by a licensed insurance company in Maine. D. Having a minimum of 5 years of work experience in the insurance industry. Answer: A. Completing a pre-licensing education program approved by the Maine Bureau of Insurance. Explanation: to obtain a life insurance license in Maine, candidates must complete a pre-licensing education program that is approved by the Maine Bureau of Insurance. This is typically followed by passing the required licensing exam. While work experience or company employment might be beneficial, options C and D, they are not required for licensing. Question 25. Under Maine's insurance regulations, what is the minimum amount of liability insurance coverage required for private passenger vehicles? A. $20,000 per person, $40,000 per accident. B. $50,000 per person, $100,000 per accident. C. $100,000 per person, $300,000 per accident. D. $25,000 per person, $50,000 per accident. Answer: D. $25,000 per person, $50,000 per accident. Explanation: Maine law requires a minimum of $25,000 in liability insurance coverage per person and $50,000 per accident for private passenger vehicles. This ensures that drivers have financial protection in the event of an accident where they are at fault. Question 26. Which of the following is the maximum time frame an insurer in Maine can use to notify a policyholder of a non-renewal of their insurance policy? A. 30 days. B. 45 days. C. 60 days. D. 90 days. Answer: B. 45 days. Explanation: in Maine, an insurer must provide at least 45 days notice before non-renewing an insurance policy. This gives the policyholder enough time to secure coverage elsewhere before their existing policy expires. Question 27. Which of the following types of insurance is not regulated by the Maine Bureau of Insurance? A. Health insurance. B. Auto insurance. C. Workers' compensation insurance. D. Life insurance. Answer: C. Workers' compensation insurance. Explanation: Workers' compensation insurance in Maine is primarily regulated by the Maine Workers' Compensation Board, not the Bureau of Insurance. However, health, auto, and life insurance policies are regulated by the Maine Bureau of Insurance. Question 28. Scenario question: Samantha purchased a homeowner's policy in Maine that included specific exclusion for flood damage. After flood occurs, Samantha files claim for damages caused by the flood. The insurance company denies the claim, citing the flood exclusion. What action can Samantha take? A. Samantha can appeal the decision to the Maine Bureau of Insurance. B. Samantha can file lawsuit against the insurance company immediately. C. Samantha must accept the insurer's decision as final and cannot contest it. D. Samantha can request refund of the premiums she paid. Answer: A. Samantha can appeal the decision to the Maine Bureau of Insurance. Explanation: Samantha has the right to file a formal complaint with the Maine Bureau of Insurance if she believes the insurer has acted unfairly or improperly in denying the claim. The Bureau will investigate the complaint. Filing a lawsuit, option B, or requesting a refund, option D, may not be appropriate in this case unless there are additional circumstances. Question 29. Which of the following actions would be considered a violation of Maine's insurance fraud laws? A. Misrepresenting the value of property on an insurance application. B. Failing to disclose minor injuries in a claim after an accident. C. Delaying a claim response without valid reason. D. Offering discounts to policyholders for early premium payments. Answer: A. Misrepresenting the value of property on an insurance application. Explanation: Misrepresenting the value of property on an insurance application is a clear violation of Maine's insurance fraud laws. Such actions could lead to criminal charges and loss of insurance licenses. Yellow actions, options B, C, and D, may be improper but are not direct violations of fraud laws unless they involve deliberate deception or intentional harm. Question 30. What must an insurance company in Maine do if it intends to increase the premium on a policyholder's auto insurance? A. Notify the policyholder at least 30 days in advance of the increase. B. Obtain written consent from the policyholder before increasing the premium. C. Provide valid reason for the increase to the policyholder upon request. D. Submit the premium increase request to the Maine Bureau of Insurance for approval. Answer: A. Notify the policyholder at least 30 days in advance of the increase. Explanation: Under Maine law, insurance companies must notify the policyholder at least 30 days in advance if they plan to increase the premium on an auto insurance policy. The insurer is also required to provide an explanation for the increase if requested. However, the premium increase does not require prior approval from the Maine Bureau of Insurance unless it involves a broader rate change affecting many policyholders.